You're here early.
Just a habit. If I'm late, I feel like I've missed something, even if I don't know what.
Sounds like a very organized kind of anxiety.
Maybe. What about you? Not caught up in work today?
I managed to escape, at least for a few hours. I told myself that if I don't give myself a quiet morning, the whole next week will pass by without leaving anything.
So we're more alike than I thought.
Oh? In what way?
Both pretending to be busy to avoid facing what we're really thinking.
You say that like you've rehearsed it many times.
Maybe because I've been telling myself that for years.
Your hometown must not be as quiet as this place, right?
No. My hometown is noisy, crowded, always with the sound of cars and people competing to talk. Growing up there, I learned how to insert myself into other people's conversations to not be forgotten.
And I'm the opposite. My hometown is small, so quiet that sometimes you only hear the waves and wind. People don't need to talk much because everyone knows each other's lives.
Sounds like a place where it's hard to hide secrets.
Right. But it's also a place where no one needs to pretend to be strong. If you're sad, people just need to sit on the front porch, and that's enough for the neighbors to understand.
I've never lived in a place like that. Where I am, if you don't say it, no one can guess how you are.
So you learn to talk a lot?
No. I learned to say just enough so others don't ask more.
Sounds tiring.
Maybe. But it also makes me curious about people from other places. Like you, for example.
I'm curious about people who always seem fine, even if they might not be at all.
Are we mirroring each other?
Maybe. Or just trying to understand why we're sitting here, on a weekend morning, talking to someone almost a stranger.
And yet it feels...
Yeah, comfortable in the way that doesn't require proving anything.
Maybe that's the rarest thing adults can find.
You talk like someone who's been through quite a few crossroads.
And missed not a few other paths.
If you could choose again, would you go back?
No. But sometimes I wish I had gone slower.
Me too. In my hometown, people walk very slowly. When I left, I thought I'd never go back. Now, I miss that slowness.
Maybe because when everything slows down, we can hear what we're really thinking.
Or realize we've been silent for too long.
The coffee today is better than usual.
Or is it because we're talking more today?
Maybe. Or because, today, no one's in a hurry to leave.
At least for now.
Maybe this is a good start to the weekend.
Every time the weekend comes, people talk more about work than on weekdays.
Maybe because during the week, they don't have time to think about it. When they're free, everything comes rushing back.
I used to think the weekend is to escape from work, but it seems it just gives us more time to remember that we're tired.
I once had a period where I'd wake up in the morning already feeling exhausted, even though I hadn't done anything yet.
And yet still have to get out of bed.
Yeah, because if I don't go to work, I'll start wondering what I'm doing with my life.
Sounds familiar. Does your job make you feel proud?
Some days, yes. But most of the time, I just feel like I'm fulfilling obligations. Not really living, but maintaining.
I think a lot of people are living in that state. Not bad enough to leave, but not good enough to stay with all their heart.
And so people get stuck.
Yeah, stuck in rushed mornings, long meetings, and evenings coming home without remembering when I laughed today.
You speak as if you're talking about yourself.
Maybe so. Have you ever felt afraid, not of failure, but of gradually getting used to the fatigue?
Yes. And that's the scariest fear. Because once you're used to it, you don't want to change anymore.
I used to think, just try a little more, things will get better. But the more I try, the more exhausted I get.
I used to think effort was the solution to everything. Until I realized, sometimes what you need isn't to try harder, but to stop.
Stopping sounds luxurious.
For adults, yes. Rest always comes with a sense of guilt.
Because we're afraid of being left behind.
Or afraid of being seen as a failure.
Do you think work defines who we are?
Before, yes. Now, I'm not sure anymore. If one day I quit my job, I'm still me, right?
I think so, but society might not agree.
Society doesn't like gaps.
But people need them.
That's why we're sitting here, drinking coffee, instead of in the office.
And saying things that normally no one asks.
For example, are you okay today? In its true sense.
If you asked that now, I'd answer, not really.
Me too.
But strangely, being able to say that suddenly feels lighter.
Maybe because finally there's someone who listens, without rushing to give advice.
Sometimes what people need most is just to be acknowledged that, yeah, it's really tiring.
And that it doesn't make us weaker.
On the contrary, it makes us more human.
Have you noticed? Time passes faster when we're really talking.
Yes. And also slower in a very pleasant way.
Maybe that's why I don't want to leave this cafe too soon.
Me too, but maybe we should order more coffee.
To prolong the conversation?
To prolong this feeling.
Then, to the afternoon that hasn't started yet.
And to work days being a bit less burdensome.
Agreed then.
When we sit quietly long enough, the very small sounds start to appear.
Like the sound of a spoon touching the cup, or someone pulling a chair behind.
Yeah, and even our own breathing. Normally I never notice.
Maybe, because normally, we always try to fill the silence with something.
With phones, work, or unnecessary stories.
But today is different.
Yeah, today, no one's in a hurry to leave.
Do you often chit-chat?
If it's the kind for fun, no purpose, no need to be smart, then yes. I like stories that lead nowhere.
Sounds like a waste of time.
But they're the times I remember the longest.
For example?
For example, when I was little, my best friend and I could sit for hours just discussing what clouds look like. No conclusion, but very fun.
I used to do that. But later, I started feeling uncomfortable with useless things.
Because they don't produce results?
Yeah. I used to think everything has to lead somewhere. A goal. A conclusion.
And now?
Now I see. There are conversations just to exist. And that's enough.
Like right now?
Like right now.
If there was no work, no schedule, no responsibilities, what do you think you'd do on an ordinary day?
Maybe I'd walk for a long time. No headphones, no phone. Just walk and observe.
Sounds like someone trying to find themselves again.
Or learning to be at peace with oneself.
I'd probably sit in a small cafe like this, writing things no one needs to read.
So why not do it now?
Because I'm afraid if I start, I won't want to go back to the old rhythm of life.
Maybe that's not a bad thing.
You speak as if you've tried it before.
I stopped once. Not for long. But enough to realize I've neglected myself for quite a while.
And then you went back?
Yeah, but not entirely like before.
How different?
I started allowing myself mornings like this. No goals, no reasons.
Sounds like a very gentle kind of rebellion.
I like how you call it.
Have you noticed? We've talked a lot without asking each other anything important.
And strangely, I don't feel like anything's missing.
Maybe because the most important questions don't need to be said.
Or not yet time.
Yeah, some things should be left natural, like how this conversation is unfolding.
No plans, no expectations.
Just two people sitting down, drinking coffee, and letting time pass decently.
I think moments like this are rarer than we imagine.
Then we should cherish them even more.
Maybe this is one of the mornings I'll remember.
Me too. Not for anything special, but because it's very real.
If in the future I'm too tired, I'll remember today.
And remember that there was once a morning where everything was slow enough to breathe.
Yeah,
We should go.
yeah, but no rush.
Thank you for this morning.
Me too.